250 years ago today, in the year 1776, Thomas Paine, one of the most influential figures behind American independence and our founding father of the United States, very famously proclaimed, "Those who expect to reap the blessings of freedom must, like men, undergo the fatigue of supporting it." Today, on the 4th of July, we honour the American struggle for independence, but simultaneously, we stand here as proud, patriotic Australian Iranians in solidarity with the people of Iran who also seek the unalienable rights that they deserve as per the Declaration of Independence itself: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. 90 million of whom have been living under a totalitarian Islamic regime for almost half a century. Today, the Iranian people, under the traditional lion and sun emblem, have raised their fists with the same notion applied by Thomas Paine, that in order to reap the blessings of freedom, we must undergo the fatigue of supporting it. And in doing so, the Iranian people have lost many compatriots, including but not limited to at least 40,000 within the space of 48 hours just in January this year, making it the single greatest state-sponsored, Islamist-driven massacre in contemporary history. Shame! 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 But this loss has not been or will it ever be in vain, because in doing so, the Iranian people have demonstrated globally that through one slogan, we continue to channel our ancestral heritage. Now I ask, what is that slogan? Javid! Javid! And in doing so, the Iranian people have demonstrated globally that through one leader and one leader only of the Iranian people's choosing, we will reclaim our Iran and we will return our Iran to its former glory. Yes! And who is that leader? King Reza Pahlavi. King Reza Pahlavi. Now, the principal author of the Declaration of the Independence of the United States was none other than Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson, alongside John Adams and other founding fathers, was inspired by one particular individual, an individual who led the largest empire of its time, including and holding half of the world's population. And his iconic philosophy was diversity in council, unity in command. Under this philosophy, he was single-handedly responsible for being the first person to ever abolish slavery and compile the first ever Bill of Human Rights 2,500 years ago. And this individual was venerated within the very Bible, Cyrus the Great. The founding fathers of the United States of America were inspired by this very individual. But today, we shamefully have individuals such as J.D. Vance, the Vice President, who erroneously opposed their own founding fathers and erroneously suggests that the President never claimed to have wanted to install the Crown Prince of Iran. Vice President Vance, this is a message for you. You're right. There will be no installment because the Iranian people self-determine their own leader. Who is that leader? King Reza Pahlavi. Who is that leader? King Reza Pahlavi. And for that same reason, Mr. Vance, you have no right to be installing mass murderers like Baqir Ghalibaf, like Pezeshkian, like Araghchi, like Khamenei Jr., or any others who are part of the same apparatus of the mass murdering mega mafia of the same Islamic regime occupying Iran. Shame! Shame! Vice President Vance, you also claimed just days ago that lying and hostile negotiations is part of Persian and Iranian culture. No, sir. Iranian culture is that which your own founding fathers were influenced and moved by. Iranian culture is that of entrepreneurship and innovation. Science, mathematics, philosophy, poetry, literature, arts, music, kindness, hospitality, tolerance, and morality. The culture you are referring to is that which of the Islamic regime, as lying and manipulation is their very underlying strategy of negotiations. And you, sir, you, Mr. Vance, have fallen for it. Political Islamic ideology is rooted in victimhood and negotiations when challenged, but destruction and violence when dominant. And you, sir, have fallen into their trap. Shame! Shame! I now refer to the three archetypes of traitors and corrupt that the Iranian people are very familiar with. The Marxist left, the Islamists, and the Islamo-Marxists. Today, I'd like to add another set of traitors to the three. The isolationist woke right. Those who think that through their naivete that all the world problems will evaporate and perish if they just assume that being America only can masquerade itself as being America first. And I ask you, my fellow compatriots, I ask you, do you think if the founding fathers of the United States were alive today, they would approve of a quote-unquote deal brokered by Pakistan, an Islamic nation actively hostile to the West, to Israel, and a petri dish for human rights violations, and does not want the Iranian people to be free? Would the founding fathers approve of this, yes or no? No! Would the founding fathers approve of the United States being compromised by Qatar, the headquarters of the Muslim Brotherhood Network? Is that America first, yes or no? No! Would the founding fathers approve of the United States and Israel being pushed around by the Turkish authorities, one which also seeks to employ Muslim Brotherhood globalism and for some bizarre reason are still part of NATO? Is that America first, yes or no? No! Would the founding fathers approve of the United States to continue ongoing unnecessary talks with the leading state sponsor of global scale terrorism and executions per capita, and whose sole intention is to annihilate Israel, annihilate the United States of America and Western civilization as a whole? Is that America first, yes or no? No! Calling yourself America first whilst being compromised by the Islamic regime and the Muslim Brotherhood is just a cosplay for being IRGC first and wearing a MAGA hat. The only way to be America first is to set your priorities straight and to continue the pursuit of suffocating and annihilating Hezbollah once and for all. Javid Shah! Javid Shah! Brokering eternal peace between a sovereign Lebanon and Israel. Javid Shah! Javid Shah! Annihilate in its entirety the IRGC military and suppressive apparatus occupying Iran. Javid Shah! Javid Shah! And last but not least, arm the Iranian people and they themselves will get the job done. Mr. President, the traitor Jimmy Carter had a sister in creating this mess that we are in today. Shame. And now the free world relies upon you, as it is your responsibility as the commander-in-chief of the free world to assist in cleaning this mess up and getting the job done. At the beginning of this talk, I quoted Thomas Paine, and I will also end today by quoting Paine from his most iconic piece, Common Sense, that was published in January of 1776 and led the American people in seeking independence. Paine asserted that the cause of America is in a great measure the cause of all mankind. And so, I rewrite that proclamation today and implore Mr. President Donald J. Trump, today, the cause of Iran is in a great measure the cause of all humanity. Free Iran and the entire globe can breathe, free from cancer, once again with the same ideas inspired by the American Enlightenment and Cyrus the Great. Democracy for Iran, King Reza Pahlavi.